September 15, 2017. The skies above Saturn swallowed the Cassini spacecraft. Its descent, planned, precise, poetic, marked the end of a 13-year odyssey around the ring giant. Scientists around the globe applauded the mission's triumph. The data had been catalogued. The photos archived. The final chapter, they believed, had been written. But history, as it turns out, had one more secret to unveil. Because within those last moments, within the final stream of light and code sent back across 1 billion kilometers, there was something. Something no human eye had caught. Something no analyst had noticed. It would take years, and a machine not born of flesh, but of quantum logic, to peel back the veil. What it found wasn't a glitch. Wasn't a coincidence. It was a pattern. Structured. Deliberate. Intelligent. Something had been looking back. Cassini's mission was, by every measure, extraordinary. It unveiled Saturn's hexagonal storm, a six-sided maelstrom at the North Pole, swirling like geometry in motion. It witnessed Titan's methane seas, Enceladus' icy geysers, and mapped Saturn's rings with clarity unmatched. In its final days, the spacecraft performed daring dives between the planet and its innermost rings. The images it captured were detailed. Beautiful. But at the time, ordinary. Researchers praised their quality, then moved on. A few anomalies were noted. Faint echoes. Subtle geometries. Repetitions in the data that didn't quite add up. But lacking context, and tools sophisticated enough to dive deeper, they were dismissed as static. Artifacts. Background noise. Until now. In 2025, a private quantum research team, pursuing clarity in cosmic imaging, fed Cassini's final transmission through a next-generation AI. A system not based on linear algorithms, but one capable of reading below the threshold of visible light. Trained to extract subvisual symmetries, hidden structures, meaning beyond sight. The goal? To refine the data. To enhance resolution. But what the machine revealed went far beyond enhancement. It discovered a recurring motif, a precise structure, appearing in multiple frames, at different angles, in different regions of Saturn's atmosphere. It wasn't an error. It wasn't imagined. It was real. The deeper the machine went, the more unsettling the findings became. Within the pixels, within layers imperceptible to the human eye, were sequences. Not random noise. But mathematics. Prime numbers. Golden ratios. Fibonacci spirals. Constants that echo through science, nature, and even humanity's attempts to signal the stars. These weren't decorations. They were deliberate encodings, patterns universal enough to be read across species, languages, and civilizations. It was as if something had embedded a message. Not in radio waves. Not in light pulses. But in the most subtle form of all, mathematical structure disguised as atmospheric noise. The revelation was chilling. We hadn't sent a message. We'd received one. With each new frame processed, the image sharpened. Cassini wasn't merely recording clouds and gases. It was capturing presence. Like a lens bending space, the anomaly shifted light, distorted motion, and bent geometry in ways that nature doesn't do. Its shape was too exact. Its movement too timed. And then, in one final image, the structure was gone. Vanished. As though whatever was watching, had seen enough. Had acknowledged the gaze, and then hidden itself. According to Cassini's final protocol, 12 images were to be captured in a rapid-fire burst just before atmospheric breakup. But when the sequence was reviewed, only 11 remained. One frame, completely absent. The AI located the missing data packet buried in the raw binary. But it couldn't decode it. The contents were locked, scrambled with no known key. Engineers confirmed the data had been transmitted fully. The loss wasn't technical. It was intentional. What did that missing image contain? A form? A glyph? A direct symbol of communication? And more disturbingly, who encrypted it? Saturn has always been strange. It emits more heat than it absorbs. Its magnetic field is misaligned, unlike any other planet in the solar system. As if something within it stirs. As if the planet itself is active, in a way we don't understand. Now, with the decoded data, scientists have noticed something else. The patterns identified by the quantum AI seem to correlate with specific Saturnian latitudes, areas long considered unstable or data deficient. It's as if the message was hidden where our instruments would fail. As if they knew where we wouldn't look until now. After the discovery, the lab that announced it went silent. Its website, replaced by a blank research portal. Researchers, no longer giving interviews. Some hint at legal gags. Others whisper about pulled funding. And from NASA? Silence. What began as an exciting moment in space exploration has slowly slid into the realm of the unspoken. Some call it caution. Others call it suppression. But beneath all the speculation, one truth holds firm: something was seen. Something was sent. And someone doesn't want us to understand it. Cassini's death dive was never meant to be a revelation. It was supposed to be a graceful farewell. But in its final breath, it may have opened a door. Not just to knowledge, but to contact. A moment of non-verbal, mathematical exchange, delivered by machine. Decoded by machine. And only now understood by minds ready to receive it. Because if a spacecraft recorded a message, and an AI cracked its code, then we must ask, who left it? Why hide it? And how long have they been waiting for us to listen? This isn't science fiction. This is the edge of understanding. But its message never stopped rising. The story should have ended with fire. A spacecraft swallowed by Saturn's atmosphere, its signal extinguished, its purpose fulfilled. But somewhere in the silence that followed, something woke up. Because now, researchers believe the transmission Cassini sent wasn't just data. It was a trigger. And the moment we decoded the patterns buried in that final stream, something else began to move. Not on Saturn. But here. Months after the discovery of the encoded patterns, unusual data began surfacing from deep space listening arrays. Low-frequency pulses. Mathematical hums. Strange electromagnetic distortions echoing back from regions near Saturn's orbit. Initially, these were dismissed as reflections, cosmic echoes of solar interference. But they didn't behave like reflections. They came with rhythm. Structure. Memory. One sequence, when converted into audio, produced a series of tones, 12 to be exact. The number of Cassini's final image burst. Except we only received 11. And now, the 12th had returned. In early 2026, an uncrewed probe passing through the outer solar system reported a gravitational irregularity near Saturn's shadow side. A fluctuation, not in mass but in geometry. Space itself, twisted. Curved. As if something unseen was there, not made of matter, but of encoded distortion. The probe was rerouted for a closer scan. What it found wasn't a physical object, but a region of non-randomized noise. Like a static cloud repeating a compressed signal over and over again. A holographic field with a central axis. Invisible, yet behaving like a structure. The field aligned precisely with one of the coordinates marked in Cassini's encoded pattern. A location hidden beneath Saturn's magnetic storms. A region we had never seen, because something didn't want us to. Until now.